and that is when I figured out my pockets will be fatter, but my paper was thin. I recall my savings bonds paying for the rent, food, cable, and a light bill on the strength. Yeah, I remember every second of September, talking to my dad through glass windows. So that is the only symbol I pledged allegiance to that's got me disassembled. Here, let me say it simple, I am a whole nother breed. See, I recall the
your girl Tiffany. Big shout out. You guys know when we get started how I like to go ahead and give a shout out to everybody that's jumping on. So let me know what city you're from so I can go ahead and tell everybody where you are, where you're at, where you are, where you're from, and all that other good stuff. Big shout out to Minister Darlene, Elder Felton, Pastor Donald Morton. Lord, y'all should have seen Pastor Morton on the exercise bike. He did a Facebook Live on the exercise bike. Called me the devil. Now the mic is on my spot. Let me see, what can I call you, Pastor? How about that? Pastor Morton, what city are you in right now? What city and state are you in? Big shout out to everybody that is tuned in. Let me tell y'all something. Right. You see, look, what y'all don't see is that Pastor Morton is sending all these laughing emojis. Called me the devil because I was talking about him on his exercise bike. Like, you need to pedal a little faster, sir. So glad to see everybody on. Let me tell you something. This week has been a good week. It's been a good week. It's been an exhausting week, but it's that good exhaustion. Have you guys ever had like that good exhausting energy? I have. I get it all the time. You guys know my energy stays on fleek. So anyway, big shout out to Regina, my Gina that just tuned in. D, listen, you know you better pray for your girl, right? Anyway, I want to get started real quick. There's a couple of things that I wanted to do. While you guys are still coming in, definitely let me know what city you're in. Let me know where you rep, and I'll go ahead and give you a shout out. Big shout out to my mother. Yes. Hi, Mama Booley. Hey, Ma. I see you. Hey, Cece, my girl Christina Crum. Good to see you, Cece. Tamanika. Hey, beautiful. Who loves you is Tiffany Renee. I love you, Tamanika. Good to see you on here. So let me tell y'all something just real quick. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with the news. Have you guys been keeping up with the news? What a mess. Tracy, thank you so much for joining. Good to see you. What a mess. Okay, I don't even know where to start. So did you guys hear about Groupon? Groupon with their racist remark about calling a certain type of boots, calling it nigger boots? Did you guys hear about that? So after seeing that, guess what? I will not. Matter of fact, I need to make sure I deleted the Groupon app. That's real talk. So at the end of the day, who will not be supporting Groupon is Tiffany Renee. If you guys choose to support Groupon, that's your business. I will not. If you have a pair of boots and you want to name it, the color that you want to call it is nigger boots, I have a big problem with that, and you will not get my support. Delete big time. So that's one thing. Now, let me tell you something. This Devin Holmes situation. Have you guys been keeping up with the news about Devin Holmes? Have you guys been seeing it? Devin Holmes is out in, I'm praying for him, and I want you guys to pray for him as well. Carl, good to see you on. Pray for the family of Devin Holmes. Devin Holmes, there's been a video going around Facebook, right? This video of Devin Holmes is, how is it? How can I say it? You have Devin Holmes, someone in the back seat named Jonathan Cadillac Coleman, and a woman in the front named, what was her name? Cassandra Damper, right? So this particular woman, let me just say this. This particular woman, right? There's the video of the three of them. One is in the back. Jonathan Cadillac Coleman is in the back. The woman, Cassandra Damper, is in the front. And then you have Devin Holmes in the front as well. And in between, there's a gun. And so they're talking. She's talking all this smack, yada, 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 saying what she says. And then he's like, Devin sitting in the front is like, whoa, you're making me a little nervous with what you're doing with that gun. And what does she do? She picks up the gun and waves it and says, this is what we do to da-da-da-da-da, points it at Devin and shoots him. Like, pow, just like right in the temple. Blood just starts oozing out. She runs out the car, and the guy in the back seat runs out the car. When I tell you, I have a big problem with this. Right now, Devin is on life support. I don't know if you've seen this, and they're saying, well, people shouldn't be playing with guns. These are grown people. These are not children. Devin is 26. I forgot how old the young lady was, but at the end of the day, these are grown folks. Now, here's what I think. Now, this is just my own. You guys know I look into all this stuff and come up with my own theory or whatever. So y'all pray for me. I think he was set up. Real talk, I think he was set up. And here's the reason why I think he was set up. Because the guy in the back was like, says to the woman Devin, she says, not Devin, Cassandra, he says to her that there's no bullets in that gun. Right? And in the midst of him talking, and in the midst of Devin saying, hey, you're making me nervous, she's over there rambling with her mouth. The guy in the back seat is looking around like this. Just looking like, and mind you, they're in a gas station that's closed. He's looking around, and it's almost as if he's looking around to make sure the coast is clear. And I'm like, okay, you know what? At the end of the day, it looks like it's a setup. Now, the messed up part about this is this. She gets arrested. She originally gets arrested only for tampering with evidence. Hello? Whatever happened to fleeing the scene of a crime? She and this guy in the back ran out. The video shows, and I'm glad they stopped. They're trying to get this video to stop circulating out of respect for the family. You could see the blood just oozing out of this man's head. And she says, this is what she tells the authorities. She tells the authorities that the shooting was an accident and that he did it himself. And you can see that was a lie. Anyway, she is out on bail. She is out on bond. For her bond was $2,500, so you know that her bail was $25,000, and she bonded out for $2,500. Help me understand why she has not been charged with attempted murder, and the guy in the back seat should be charged as well. It's ridiculous. Yes, Minister Darlene, I watched the video. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So I definitely want to talk about that another time. I might do a Facebook Live about Devin Holmes later on this weekend or sometime next week. So that's another thing. This Brooklyn shooting, I'm just want to tap into some news before we get started with the rest of the show. This Brooklyn shooting. Okay. Let me get here. Let me get to this real quick. Apparently, I think the guy was 34 years old, right? Allegedly, he suffered from mental illness. Now, he is apparently waving what they thought at first was a pipe. Now they're saying it's a shower head, waving it at police as if he's going to shoot them, but it's a shower head, and the police shoot him dead. I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused on so many different levels as to what is going on. What is going on with the police? What is going on with them not being able to recognize the difference between a shower head, a cell phone, a pack of Skittles, all of this stuff, and a gun? I don't understand what they are not able to identify, and we'll talk about that on another day. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate this man was shot to death. So now, speaking of another shooting, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I really do. So did you guys hear about the YouTube shooter? Now this is crazy. What is going on? This woman, her name was Nasim Najafi Agdam, or, one of the two. I don't know how you want to pronounce her name. One of the two. At the end of the day, she went on a shooting rampage at YouTube headquarters because she did not like YouTube's policies. She did not like YouTube's policies concerning her posting certain videos. So she decided to just go up there and just start shooting. And the last thing I wanted to talk about that sickens me to the core is Baby Bella Edwards. Baby Bella Edwards. I have a problem with this thing here. Help me understand how this beautiful child, right? How old was she? 3, 4 years old? Gets beat to death by her mother's, I don't know if it was boyfriend or stepfather. They beat this child, this beautiful girl, so badly. This man, beat this baby so badly that her abdomen just separated. And it sickens me to the core. Ladies, and even fellas, if you are a parent to a child, please, for the sake of your child's safety, the best thing for you to do is you do an evaluation on who it is that is going to be around your children. You cannot let everyone around your kids. So let me see who this is that's calling into the station. Hold on 1 second, guys. A Squad Rebel Radio, how can we help you?
Hey, this is Jeffrey Hubbard.
This is who?
Jeffrey Hubbard.
Jeffrey
Hubbard.
Hubbard. Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So what got you calling in?
What?
What has you calling into the station? Or did you dial the wrong number?
Talk about some stuff.
Talk about some stuff?
Yeah.
Like what?
What?
Like what? I think you dialed the wrong number.
Oh.
You said 8? Just that fast. So anywho, what I was saying was that this young lady, the mother, but check this out. Here's what I found out today. It's sad that this baby was killed in the hands of this man that the mother was associated with. You have to be careful who you surround your kids by. You have to be careful who you put in the hands of your children. You have to be careful who you leave your child with and walk away from them. So wait a second. How about the father of the baby did not find out about his own child's death until he found out through his mother, who found out on Facebook? What kind of sickness is that? That father had every right to know that his child was murdered in the hands of another man. Every right. Every right. And he finds out on Facebook that his baby girl, who looks just like him, is dead. And then when he talks to the child's mother about it, all she could say was, "I'm sorry." What are you sorry about? Are you kidding me? So I'll stop, because you guys know I can go in, and I'm learning how to handle things differently. You guys could talk to me offline about that. But at the end of the day, tonight we're going to be talking about the complex and Acrimony. Did you guys see the movie Acrimony? Who saw the movie Acrimony? Please, if you saw the movie Acrimony, let me see you say, "I did." I have some nuggets I want to talk about. Oh, Acrimony was something. Acrimony was something. So I want to talk about Acrimony. I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about the complex, meaning, have you ever been in a situation where you had a complex about an issue? I'm going to go ahead and take a quick break. While we take a break, I need you guys to go to the Making Me Matter radio show page. There's a poll there's a poll on there asking if you have ever had a complex about an issue, or if you've ever had a complex about a job, a relationship, just life, money, and finances. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to come back and talk about this movie, Acrimony. I have a lot to say about that movie, so make sure you guys stay tuned. Go to the Making Me Matter radio show page, fill out that poll. It's either a yes or no, and we're going to be right back on
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the Lion.
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the Lion.
Can you help me mend the pieces of this broken heart I have? Can you help me mend the pieces of this broken heart I have? I don't want to hurt any longer.
Not too much time has passed now. Feels like just yesterday we were so in love. Those games we didn't play. Hey, now it's been 2 years and 1 month, and we've been together for so long. I feel lost without you. I just can't make it right. No, I try to move on, but for me it just don't work. I try to stay strong, but the pain it always hurts. I try to survive, but I need you in my life. I don't want to hurt any longer. No, no, baby.
Help me mend the pieces of feel the same way too. I can't help but realize I'm still in love with you. Ooh, can't we just talk about this? 'Cause we can't go on like this. Don't try to hide your feelings, what's deep inside your heart. I try to move on, but for me that just don't work. I try to stay strong, but the pain always hurts. I try to survive, but I need you in my life. I don't want to hurt any longer. No, 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 no. Help me. This broken heart I have. This broken heart of mine. In the pieces of this broken heart I have. So hard to say goodbye any longer. Why you wanna see me cry? Why you wanna see me sad?
Never wanna say goodbye. I never wanna be sad.
Why you wanna see me cry? Why you wanna see me sad?
I never wanna say goodbye. I never wanna be sad.
I don't know. Pieces of this broken heart I have. This broken heart of mine. In the pieces of this broken heart I have. Don't wanna say goodbye. No. The pieces of my heart. You know I love the pieces. Don't wanna leave you. The
I don't know what I would do without your love. I don't know what I would do without your love.
You know I love you. Don't wanna leave you. The
Pieces, babe. Love you, babe. Pieces, yeah.
Pieces of my heart.
Love you, babe.
No, I swear I love the pieces. Wanna be with you. The pieces of my heart. The pieces.
Virtuous woman, patient and kind, withstood the test of time, understanding the life and what we came to do, imitated by many, duplicated by Superman strength with the baby's touch. Too much is never enough. Underrated, a little complicated. But what's the world without us?
Roxanne Shante, and right now you're listening to 8 Squad Rebel Radio. Please believe it, baby. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Love it. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. To the beat, y'all. We are back on the air on the 8 Squad Rebel Radio Show. Listen, if you guys have any products, if you guys are a brand, if you have a business, if you have music, if you have health and beauty care that you would like to promote on the radio show, inbox me for details on how you can advertise your business on the Making Me Matter radio show. You guys know I love this place. Yes, I love this place. Oh, yeah. Okay, so tonight we're talking about the complex. That's what I want to talk about, the complex. Have any of you, good to see you, my Kimberly Edwards, my Kimmy Pooh. Have any of you ever been in a place where you had a complex about a situation? Hello? I have. Have you ever felt like you've had a complex concerning your life, your job, your relationship, your finances, dealing with family? And so if that's you, hi Yoli Bear, I see you. Have you ever had a complex about that? Have you ever had a complex about something? What was it like when you had a complex? Let me tell you something. To me, when I hear the word, I have a complex about something, it makes me think of insecurity. I don't know about you. And everyone has a certain level of insecurity and securities. Big shout out to Stephen Capers from Riff that's tuned in. Yes. Big shout out to you. Have you ever had an issue or a complex or felt insecure about a situation and you just felt like it got out of control? And I'm saying this because this is going to lead into acrimony. What have you ever had a complex with? Have you ever been insecure or felt less than who you were in a relationship? I have. Have you ever felt like that about a job? I have. Have you ever felt like that about money? Nah, not for me, but some people have. Some people get intimidated and feel inferior. Some people can't be around people with money because of insecurity. Hey, good to see you. I see you on here. Hey, look at Minister Mark Lewis on here as well. It's so good to see you on here. Maria, I see you. Thank you so much. You know, so at the end of the day, we all have insecurities. We all have a complex about something. But I want to encourage you to let you know that don't allow your complex to be complex in your life. You have got to challenge the very thing that you're insecure about, the very thing that's making you have this complex, and overtake that thing. You overpower that thing. You let that thing know that you are the one that conquers, not that. The complex doesn't conquer you. You conquer the complex. Let me just say this. I have been in situations years ago where I've had a complex about something. I've had a complex about certain people. And I've had a complex about certain people based on certain things that have taken place in my life. And so when I say that, I say it on a strength where I would look at this person a certain way, like, I wonder if this would happen because this is the type that I know that this person would like. Or if, you know what I'm trying to say? Or even at a job. Have you ever felt like, okay, well, you know what? I've had a complex at work where I'm doing this, doing that, doing this. Not my job now, thank God. And Yoli that's on here, she's on here and she'll tell you I love my job to pieces. But previous jobs, like, okay, I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I'm seeing this one succeed. Why am I not? This happened to me in Texas one time. When I was in Texas, I literally, hey Jay, when I was in Texas, I literally was at this job and I trained people, right, to deal with customer accounts. So I ended up getting the customers' residential accounts and commercial. And what ended up happening, check this out. What ended up happening was I trained a few people that came in. The last person that came in, sweetheart of a girl who I am still friends with to this day, she came in making more than me. Right. So she came in making more than me. And when she came in making more than me, it didn't bother me. I was cool with that. What I wasn't cool with was when my 1 year anniversary came up. And I asked, like, hey, when am I going to get the raise? I'm due for a raise. is it about to go down? Yada, yada, yada. They said, oh no, we can't give you a raise right now because we don't have the money in our budget. It's like, okay, fine. I get that. I understand how that can go. Not a problem at all. Well, that same day that I was told that there was no money in the budget, check this out. Hey, Shay! Yay! I'm so glad to see you on here! Yes! With your gorgeous self. I love you to pieces. So, what ended up happening was, I'm like, okay, I can deal with that. So, let me tell you how God works. One thing, and I'm not trying to go deep, I'm not trying to go spiritual, but the one thing I do know is that God has a way of exposing the very thing that people are plotting behind closed doors. Help me, Holy Ghost, today. The very thing that people are plotting behind closed doors, God will go ahead and show you. Let me tell you about the devil and the enemy real quick. The enemy will always show his hand. You know how a lot of times we're like, well, I don't know why I'm in this situation or why this is happening. What is going on? Yada, yada, yada. God will expose it because here's the thing. God will always uncover the mysteries of who he is, but Satan is that stupid and cunning. Check this out. Stupid, cunning, and arrogant all at the same time, where he will go ahead and expose his hand and show you how you can beat him if you're not smart enough, if you're smart enough to do it. So here's what happened. I'm sitting back like, okay, well, I was just told that I can't get a raise. Fine. I'm sitting at my desk, right? I print something out and something said, just go get it now from the printer. And when I go into the room to get my printout, guess what? I see a letter. The letter that I see says to my girlfriend, the one who I wound up training, the last girl that came on, saying, we want to give you a $5,000 raise. What? I'm sorry. Zay, I hope you don't have your headphones on. I'm sorry. Because when I tell you I lost it, hey, Nez, good to see you. When I tell you I lost it, my thing was, how are you going to give somebody a $5,000 raise? She came in making less than me. Shirley, good to see you, Shirley. Matter of fact, Shirley, weren't you there when I walked out of that job? Do you remember? That's what Shirley, matter of fact, what you guys don't know, see how God works? Shirley's my witness. This one right here? Shirley's my witness. Shirley calmed me down because let me tell you guys what happened. I was so hurt because I was good to the people there. I've worked hard. When people have did me dirty, I've stayed for 4 hours late and did not get paid overtime and didn't care because I loved what I did. I loved helping people. And so this particular day when I found that letter and they said that they gave my girlfriend $5,000 more, she already came in making more money than me. And now they give her a $5,000 raise after telling me that I wouldn't be able to get a raise because it's not in the budget. Shirley is right there. That's nothing but God because Shirley, you don't even come on as much to watch the live. So this is nothing but God. I walked out. Let me tell y'all what I did. I didn't make a big fuss just yet until I cleaned off my computer, packed my stuff, and Shirley will tell you I walked my tail right out of that job. And when I got home, my husband said to me, "What's going on?" I said, "I quit." I quit because I'm not going to let nobody take advantage of me. Because at first I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why did they give her more money? I trained 4 people. One girl I trained and she tried to come against me. They fired her. Another girl that trained me, I ended up doing her work. They saw I was doing her work so well and they realized she wasn't doing anything. They fired her and gave me her position. So I'm sitting up here like I do everything so well. What is wrong with me? And then I said, you know what? I wish I would sit back and question myself about my work ethics when I know I work hard. At the end of the day, their day is coming. And I walk out because at the end of the day, y'all, let me tell you something. I don't care what kind of insecurities and complex you have. People don't have the final say in your life. God does. I'm gonna clap on that. God has the final say-so in your life. Yes, Shirley, it was time. My sis, I'm so glad you are on here because you are the witness that can testify to that. And you calmed me down. Oh my God. And then, and I went into the VPs and said, how you guys gonna let this manager do this to me? And Shirley said for me to get it together. And I walked out. And I did not look back. I walked out. And so I say this to say, whatever complex you may have, whatever insecurity you may have, whatever thing you may be struggling with where it seems like it's not going to get better, let me tell you something. God has the final say. I don't care if it's another female. I don't care if it's another man. Because let me tell you something. Men have insecurities too. Men have complexes too. And they have it because, oh Lord, y'all are not going to like me tonight. The reason why a lot of these men have complexes and insecurity issues is because, one, the father's not around, and two, they get hooked up with women that sit up there and treat them like the dirt on the bottom of their shoe, which is so not even cool. Hey, Shaquan, good to see you. So at the end of the day, men have complexes because of how society is treating them, how daddy was never around, mom always does the best that she can, and then they get hooked up with a crooked, crazy, and disgruntled woman who doesn't know how to treat him. And so what ends up happening is his mind starts going thinking, what is wrong with me? Listen, I want everybody, do me a favor, if you are, whoever is on this live, I need every last one of you right now to please, because I'm going to be the first one to text it. Hold on. I'm getting ready to put hashtag I am worth it, because some of you might be feeling like you're not worth anything because of what other people have said, because of what other people have done. At the end of the day, there is nothing that another person can do to you that you don't allow. Have I made mistakes and have I allowed foolishness and mess? Yes. Do I still do it? At times I do. But you best believe I have made a conscious decision in knowing who I am, whose I am, and who I plan on being, which is greater than where I am. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Because I think sometimes that was the men. Women become insecure because a lot of times you have men that make them feel insecure. Their daddy is not around either. It's amazing how we say the daddy's not around. And there's some situations where the mama's not doing her thing either. It goes both ways. But now we're talking about the insecurities and the complex of a woman. And here's what happens. She gets into a relationship. She thinks that she's okay until all of a sudden the guy that she's dealing with is dipping and dabbing with this one, that one, and doing it with everyone that doesn't even look like her. Now, because a lot of times when men cheat, they normally cheat. Am I wrong, fellas? Normally, if a fella cheats, normally they look like the one that they already with. In some cases. Not all, but in some. But when you see that this one is dipping and dabbing with this one, okay, she's got this, she's got a body, she's got hair like Becky, she's doing all of this, and now you feel very much insecure because it's like, well, dang, I might not look like this. I might not have this body. I might not have this money, or I might not have this car. I might not have this hair. I might not have the stature. But at the end of the day, I do bring this. I do have that. And yet you're being pushed to the side. So now a complex is formulated. I want you ladies to realize God did not create anything messy. Fellas, God did not create anything messy for you either. The Bible says that He has created us to be fearfully and wonderfully made. And if that's the case, we're skillfully made. We were thought of. We're we're His beautiful craftsmanship. We're His handiwork. He knew what He was doing when He created you and when He created me. And so at the end of the day, I want you guys to all make yourself feel like you are worth it, because you are worth it. I don't care who says that you're not. I don't care who treats you like the gum on the bottom of your shoe. I don't care who makes you feel like they could do bad by themselves. Then if you could do bad by yourself, my dude, my chick, be out. You can go. Because if that's the case, you are no longer needed. If that's the case, goodbye. Go be with somebody else. Because how do they say someone else's trash is someone else's treasure? Somebody will pick it up, polish you off, and do what they need to do. And actually, that's probably what you should have gotten in the first place. So I want you guys to know, you have to conquer this complex issue that you may have by reminding yourself who you are, what you stand for, and where you're going, and give a deaf ear to anything that doesn't sound like it's positive, or anything that sounds like it's opposite of what God says about you. Right, Jay? Chuck up the deuces and be out. Nobody got time for all of this foolishness. And we're too old. We almost 100. Well, I'm not. I'm going to be 21 for the rest of my life. But anyway, we're going to talk about this movie Acrimony real quick. I hope you guys caught on to all of that. All of us, you guys are worth it. Acrimony. Who saw Acrimony? Oh my gosh. Okay, now I'm about to be a spoiler big time. Acrimony had me like all in my feelings. Oh my gosh. Taraji P. Henson played the mess out of that crazy woman. But let me tell you why she was crazy. Ladies, just a word of advice. I don't care what situation that you are in. You better be careful who you listen to. Be careful. You know what, Shaquan, it was good. It was real good. I'm going to tell you why it was good to me. It had too much cursing. I could have went without the cursing, but I understand. It was good because it starts off with she's in college and, she meets this guy and next, they run into each other and next thing you know it, they hook up. In the midst of them hooking up, her mom dies. She gets money. So she buys him a brand new car. She gives him money for things. And, Nez, you telling me don't tell it, man? I can't stand you. I'm trying to break down the movie. I put hashtag Acrimony because I was going to talk about it. I can't with you. I got to get this out, Nez. I'm about to be the spoiler alert. So what ends up happening is she gets all this money to take care of this man. He has this vision and this dream that he is going to become wealthy by this big creation, right? She catches him cheating in college. He lives in a trailer home. And after giving him all this money, she doesn't hear from him. So what ends up happening, she drives over to the house where he's staying. She sees a handprint, a hand like this in the window because they are, doing stuff. So what does she do? She backs up that Wrangler and rams into the trailer. I'm just kidding. I just clapped on purpose. I'm just kidding. Yoli, you said you didn't like the ending. So wait. So now she got so mad that in the midst of this knocking over the trailer with her Wrangler, she ended up not being able to get pregnant because something happened to her ovaries. She had to get a hysterectomy. Fine. In the midst of this, he's still like, I'm trying to get a job because I'm trying to do this. I believe in this invention. I believe this is going to happen. All this money, she sold her mother's house after the mother died to invest in him. She kept giving him money for every little thing. Every little thing he said he needed money for, she paid off his student loans. She did everything. Now, her sisters are in her ear saying, he ain't nothing. You need to leave him alone. Now, mind you, they get married and everything. So after all of this, they get divorced. In the midst of them getting divorced, the same woman that he was cheating on her with when they were in college works at the company that he's trying to get a job at. So she gets him in there and they buy his invention for $75 million. Now, she ends up, I'm putting it all out there, man. So he does her a nice gesture and says, I'm going to give you $10 million. He gives her $10 million. Not only does he give her $10 million, he gives her $10 million. And since the mother's house went into foreclosure, he paid off the mother's house. So now she's set, right? No, because when they were together, he promised her, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you a boat. And the boat, his last name was Gales. He said, the boat's going to be called Mrs. Gales because I'm naming it after you. We're going to have a family. We're going to do this. We're going to live in a penthouse. So now the woman who hooked him up, he's dating her. He proposes to her and they end up getting married. So in the midst of the stages of being the fiance, yada, 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 what ends up happening, Taraji goes bonkers because she feels like everything that she worked for, that she invested in him, somebody else got it. So she feels robbed. She feels like that's mine. I should have been the one to have that boat. And now the woman is pregnant. So now she's probably, she's like, and she's pregnant. They had to put a restraining order on Taraji. So it was so awesome, right? Because you see where she starts losing it. Now, here's the thing. Her sisters talked her into a divorce. She loses her mind in regard to this whole, my man is gone. My man has married somebody else and, happily married. Now that he's on a honeymoon, guess what? She decides to pop up on the boat. Oh my gosh, where they are. And so his wife is like, I need to go to the room for a second. And she goes in the room and is like, well, where's my wedding dress? So while she's looking for her dress, Taraji comes to the deck where he is in the wedding dress and said, you stole this from me. This should be my boat. This should be this. This was supposed to be mine. And I'm sitting there like, oh, shoot. Well, at the end, she ended up killing him. And she ended up dying. Oh, my gosh. It was crazy. But here's the thing. You got her sitting up there listening to her sisters saying, you need to leave him. You need to do this. You need to do that. Ladies, the last thing you need to do is have somebody tell you what you need to do that they would not do themselves. You have got to be careful. I always tell people when people ask me about a situation, not one time do I say, you know what? Pack up your bags and leave. Because there's things that I wouldn't do. So I'm not going to tell someone to do something I would not do myself. So in the midst of this, she lost her fiance. And not only that, she lost her life because she allowed her emotions and her mind to go buck wild. You got to be careful who you listen to. And here's another thing I want to tell you. If you believe in somebody, don't believe in them halfway. If you believe in them, believe in them. I don't care how bad it may seem at the moment. You never know what God is going to do with them. This man ended up being the very thing that he said he was going to be. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more patience. And I'm not just saying this to the ladies. I'm saying to the men. It goes both ways. Sometimes it takes a little bit more patience. We got to be more patient with each other. And then again, I'm not trying to be funny. I honestly was hoping that at the end that, before I found out that was the fiance, are they going to get back together? No, it didn't even work like that. So, y'all, we just gotta do better. We have to do better with our choices. We have to do better with how we carry ourselves. We have to do better with love and how we handle love and how we handle people's hearts. We have to be careful as to what are we taking in. My pastor preached that not too long ago. Just because it's coming through your eye gate doesn't mean it has to go through your ear gate. You have got to be careful what you are receiving internally. You have to be careful what you are listening to. You have to be careful if you're listening to the right people or the wrong people. What voices are you listening to? Are they going to help you? Are they going to make the matters worse? Or are they going to make matters better? You have got the power to make that kind of choice. But what you do with it, there's either the benefits or the consequences that will come out of that. So I want to encourage y'all, be very careful. Be careful. I need y'all to really watch that movie though, because Taraji went out her cuckoo mind, and every time you turn around, she let her sisters control her. The one thing, hey, Aunt Frances, I'm glad you are on, Aunt Frances, because my aunt will tell you, the one thing about me growing up and even now, I've never been influenced to do anything that I did not want to do. I don't care how old I was. And my aunt is a witness. She's on here. She will, and if my mom is still on here, my mother will tell you, I've always had a mind to do what I wanted to do. If I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. I don't care the direction of where it comes from. If it's something that I don't feel in my spirit I should be doing, I'm not doing. I've had people say, oh, this is what you need to do. Okay, you know what? I understand why you say that. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but I understand why. Oh, well, you know what? Have you done this and have you done? No. Would you do that? And then here's the thing, and forgive me for saying this, sometimes you just got to cut people off. Sometimes you really just have to cut people off because people don't mean you no good. Sometimes people want you to be in the place that they're in. And so what they do is try to do little things to agitate you and aggravate your nerves and do things to go ahead and make you feel like, you know what? I want you to feel the pain. I want you to feel the level of stress that I'm in. I want you to feel like me. And you know what? You end up being worse than they are because while they're aggravating you, trying to get you to a certain place, they're sitting back like, yeah, I got them. Yeah. Now they're stuck. I got them right where I want them, and all this is doing is proving my point about how they are. And I said that to somebody a week ago. You got to be careful. So, hey, Booby, my cousin Bobby is on, you guys. Hey, Booby, I see you. So at the end of the day, I want y'all to be careful in regards to your decisions. Be careful what you listen to. Be careful how you take in what you're hearing. You don't have to accept things, even if it's from family. If your family, just because they family doesn't mean that they know everything that's best for your life. You know what I'm saying? Half of the time our family members are so jacked up, they don't even have they got nerve giving advice. You know what I'm saying? So You don't have to receive everything that is not going to be beneficial for you. Now, there are some things that when it comes forward, not trying to be funny, that we need to take heed to. But in the same breath, hey, Tormel, good to see you. But in the same breath, I think it's best if we use wisdom, if we use discernment. Like, okay, is this something that I need to really pay attention to because they really have my best interest at heart? You can tell when someone has your best interest and when they genuinely don't. You can tell. You can tell. You can feel it. There's a shift in how they do it. Something my pastor said this weekend on Sunday. He said, excuse me, guys. He had said on Sunday, not Sunday, at Bible study this week. He said at Bible study that when we deliver certain messages or whatever, he was talking about prophecy. And the thing is, when we do things, we're supposed to do things in love. If we are delivering a message or trying to come for somebody or saying that we don't agree with them and we're doing it with a spirit of arrogance, why should somebody actually receive what you have to say? Why? They shouldn't. You want to get someone's attention? You got to learn how to pamper people, even when you don't feel like it. You got to learn how to pamper them. You got to learn how to put yourself in a position of understanding. You have to learn how to put yourself in a position where your posture is that which shows that you love and that you care and that you really want the best for this particular person. So that's pretty much, that's what matters. You want to talk about making me matter? Make me matter by showing me that you know how to talk to me. Make me matter by showing me that you care enough about me, that when you tell me what you have to say concerning my life, it's not to hurt me, it's not to hurt my heart, but it's to develop me, it's to help me see what I am not seeing, and to bring me to a place of growth. It's to bring me to a place where I am being empowered. And if you are not being empowered by people's words, you have every right to say, nah, I don't want to hear another thing. You've said more than enough. It was damaging. And see, that's the thing. Don't just say, I'm done. Explain. Say what you said hurt me. And if you can't say something that's, you could say what you have to say and be assertive, but if it's going to be hurtful, I don't want any parts of what you have to say. I don't receive it. Or as one of my good friends kept saying to me, I don't accept that. At the end of the day, you don't have to accept it. You don't have to receive it just because they're coming forth with it. No. So anywho, I want to go ahead and take a quick break and I will be right back. But I need you guys to stay tuned because, I have one more thing I want to talk about with this Acrimony. So I need you guys to stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. Let everybody know that the Make Me Matter radio show is on the way. And then we coming right back.
8 Squad Rebel Radio.
The most talked about internet radio station in the Lion.
All that notes, yeah, yeah. Have you seen her? Tell me, have you seen her? I'm talking about the beautiful girl on the train. It was too crowded and I couldn't find my way to her, and I just missed her again. Since she been on my mind, I can't think straight. She's better than any of these women these days. My head's spinning from the thought of her. Allow me to elaborate on my love. She ain't nothing like the usual girl, the type of woman that can change my whole world. And I know that if I had her in my arms, I would hold her like I know there's no tomorrow. 'Cause everywhere that I go, see her face. There's no way she could know, but I'm on my way. I don't wanna go another day. I don't wanna go in my future without her. So baby, could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? At the Brooklyn Bridge. At the Brooklyn Bridge. Baby, at the Brooklyn Bridge. I seen that girl at Junior's chilling with a friend. And again at Brooklyn College, right next to the fence. She was looking for an entrance and I wanted to help, but I couldn't find the words to say to save myself. Hey, so now I'm writing all these letters out, and later on I'm gonna post them all around. sight is for fools. Well, darling, I guess I'm a fool for you. And I know that we have never met before, but I feel I know you so well. 'Cause everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go, I see her face. There's no way she could know, but I'm on my way. I said I'm on my way. I don't wanna go another day, not another day in my future. So baby, could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? At the Brooklyn Bridge. At the Brooklyn Bridge. Meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. There's nothing that can change my mind. I'm so captured by her. Hey, she's all I need, girl of my dreams. You're all I think of. Could you just meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? Yeah. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? Meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Meet me at the 'Cause everywhere that I go, everywhere that I go, said I see her face. There's no way she could know, but I'm on my way. I don't wanna go another day in my future without her. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge? At the Brooklyn Bridge. Girl, meet me at the Brooklyn Bridge. Yeah. Could you meet me at the Brooklyn? At the Brooklyn Bridge.
One. Yeah. Jesus is saying, ready or not, here I come, and you can't hide. Yeah. One. I need everybody to their feet. One. Yeah. Listen. One world, one life, one girl, one wife, one chance, one heart, one dance, one spark, one knee, one yes, one ring, one flesh, one vision, one look, one sound, one hook, one stage, one mic, one crowd, one light, one block, one car, one shot, one scar, one battle, one fight, one day, one night. Will you be the O-N-E? Choose one game, one sport, one name, one thought, one book, one God, one spirit, son died, one truth, one faith, one trip, one ride, one choice, one test, one stage, one left, one heaven, one hell, one prayer, one yell, one time, one source, one Lord, one cross, one body, one soul, one mission, one goal. Will you be the O-N-E? He used one Adam, one Eve, one fruit, one tree, one fall, one blame, one judge, one king, one woman, one man, one purpose, one plan, one dream, one wish, 5 loaves, one fish, one delivered, one bound, one lost, one found, one blind, one see, one step of faith, one seed, one Peter, one John, one David, one Psalm. Will you be the O-N-E? He used one Paul, one James, $1 but no change, one song, one verse, one one gift, one curse, one me, one you, a microphone check, 1, 2, one religion, one church, one decision, one earth, one habit, one sin. A lot of people lose, we win. One healed, one free. Philippians 4, one free. One family, one place, one color, one race, one movie, one theme. Passion of the Christ, one screen.
We're back on the air. What's going on, everybody? Thank y'all so much for sticking around, tuning in. Hey, Trev, I see you. Yeah, I was over there behind the scenes talking about my little sinuses or whatever. I don't know what's going on. I had a head cold about a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. Hey, Sharon, good to see you with your pretty self. I miss seeing you. And so this head cold that I had, no lie, it seemed like it ain't trying to go away. And so here it is, months later, weeks later, whatever later it is. I was telling one of my best friends, one of my besties, I talk to him every single day. And I called him at some point during the day and said, yo, I need you to hear something. He said, what happened? And I said, listen to this. And I put my nose next to the phone and was like, he said, are you kidding me right now? I said, I need you to hear what I'm going through. And I said, what do I sound like? He was like, you sound wheezy. I wanted to just reach through the phone and choke him. But yeah, so Jay, you said it could be seasonal allergies. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like, why is this happening to me? So if you guys hear me going in and out, it's that thing. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about to wrap up Acrimony. Think about the real reason why she went crazy. The real reason why Taraji allowed herself to go ballistic is because I don't think it's so much of him getting married. I think it was who he married. Yes, indeed. Do y'all agree with me on that? Because listen, yeah, Shay, it might be this rain and snow, and now it's supposed to snow again. And listen, I'm going to make you laugh. Everyone at my job knows the moment it snows, I'm not at work. So thank God for days to use. Hey, Joe, I see you. So Teresa, it was good. So here's what happened. The one thing I want to make clear is that sometimes we lose who we are to people. If you guys get a chance, go to the Making Me Matter radio show page, and I have a poll. Have you ever lost yourself in love, in life, in a relationship, in a job? Sometimes we lose ourselves. That's why we go ballistic and why we go crazy, because we lose ourselves by allowing ourselves to be so consumed and lost in the life of somebody else. And the reason why she lost herself, why she lost her mind, is because she lost herself. She forgot who she was. And so, and not only that, like I said not too long ago, a couple of seconds ago, she also probably had a complex because this man married the very person that he cheated on her with in the beginning. Hunty, can I be honest with you? I don't know how I would take that. I'm going to be honest. I do. I'm not going to lie. Excuse me for snorting. I know that sounds gross. I don't even know I don't know what I would do. If I have been faithful, good, supportive, and done all this stuff, and then you cheat on me, and then you end up marrying the person that you cheated on me with, it's going to make me think that they were there the whole time. Now, here's the messed up part about it. In the movie, she was not dealing with him, the girl that he cheated on her with in the beginning. She was not there in the part when they were married. He wasn't cheating on Taraji when they were married. But when they were dating, he did. Hey, Ron, good to see you. Hey, Marcy. So Shay, I am not that chick. You hear me? I'm not that chick. So that's why I'm like, I don't know how I would respond. You know how some people say, I wouldn't have went all that far. You don't know how far you will go when somebody has hurt you just enough just enough where it might be the tipping edge. So we can't say what we won't do. I know I'm the queen of saying, I don't think I could ever go that far. I don't think I would do this. And my bestie said today, I think you had potential to do it. I said, what? No way. That is not me. And so my girl Evelyn Ferguson is on. Good to see you, Evie. Hey, Aunt Kim, I see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. So I think like I said, I think the reason why she flipped her wig is mainly because not so much that he got married, but who he married. That made a big difference. It was almost like a slap in her face. Like the girl that you cheated on me with, and I gave you a chance after cheating on me. And then you're going to turn around and marry her. You guys want to know my real thoughts? You can catch me off the air. Inbox me. I am so serious. Okay, wait. Wait, Shayla said me either. No, I know he does. What? I know. You know what I'm saying? Teresa said that girl set him up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Leaving that wallet in the truck? Yes, she did. Now, here's the thing. I believe she left that wallet in the truck on purpose too. I do. Listen, I have been there. Trust me when I say I know when a woman is setting up a man. I have walked into it. You hear what I'm saying? I've seen it. Women leave a trail. Women leave things behind. I've seen this in previous relationships. Women like to mark their territory. Women like to go ahead and leave a little thing or two behind to make it seem like, oh, well, whoever finds it, I want them to know that I was here. No, you might be here, but you ain't here. You are here and you will be gone. I'm not trying to be funny. I've been down that road dealing with women leaving a trail. I've been down that road. Women trying to mark their territory. Women trying to leave a trail so that you can intentionally find things. I've been there. Been there. I could write a book about a whole lot of stuff. You hear what I'm saying? At the end of the day, women can be trifling as hell. And excuse me for saying that, but they can be. Men don't plan and plot stuff like that because half of these men are afraid of these women because they know these women are crazy. Taraji's the perfect part. She's crazy. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Sometimes if y'all aren't careful, if y'all are not careful, and this goes out to the fellas, if you have an issue with the person that you're with, let them know. If you have an issue, let that person know. Give them a chance to either make themselves whole or allow themselves to hang themselves. It's going to be one of the two. They're either going to come back whole and fix who they are so that they can be who they need to be for you out of love and respect, or they're going to end up hanging themselves. But what you don't allow to happen is you give the devil that much room where they start dangling little things to like, oh, I left my mark or I did this. Because when the one that loves you finds it, all hell will truly break loose if you are not careful. Hey, mi vete, how is the shy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, Shay, we are a trip. First of all, a man can't even touch the mind of a woman when it comes to being conniving. Women are a trip. Women do things deliberately. Women post on social media just so that another woman can find things. Women go ahead and plant things. Women will go ahead and use code in how they post. I'm telling you, women will go ahead. You can always tell when shade is being thrown. Men do it too. But at the end of the day, men throw shade differently. Women are messy. And when you get them mad enough, they'll air out all of your dirty laundry. Now, one thing I will tell you is that love covers. Love covers. Love covers. You have got to get to a place where if you're going to cover someone, you know what? Let me cover you, but let me cover your mess in love because I love you, not to expose you. Okay, yeah, you did me dirty. You know what? I'm not going to lie. Maybe you had a reason, but if you didn't have a reason, all I want to know is why you did me dirty. What was the reason? And if you can be honest and say, you know what, I'm going to be honest with you. I was feeling myself for the moment and I went out and dipped and dabbed. And this goes both ways, not just for, for the men. This goes both ways. So if there's an open communication where you can, Evie, Those chains. When you have open communication where you can say, let's just talk, baby. Let's just talk and get this out. What is the real issue? You cheated on me? Fine. What did I do that caused you to cheat? Let's talk about it. But what you're not going to do is keep cheating. Y'all feel what I'm saying? What you're not going to do is keep cheating. And that's not giving anybody a pass. Everybody has a secret. Everybody has a secret in a relationship. Everybody does dirt, whether you find out about it or not. Everybody has done something. And even if you didn't act on it, if you thought about it, you did it. The Bible talks about that. The Bible says if you think about doing certain things, it's just as bad as doing it. Just because the thought is there. So I say this to say look, what did I do? Listen, mi vete. Like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you cheat on me, what's the reason? What did I do? And not only what did I do, because I might not have done anything. You might have just been feeling your Wheaties and felt like you needed to step out. No, mi vete, there's two parts. I didn't just say, what did I do like that? No, I said, it's either what did I do, or were you just feeling yourself and you just said, I just chose to do it. But tell me the truth is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not always me. It's not always you. It's not always him. It's something came into the mind of a person to have them have so much time to get out of their sneakers, get out of their pants, get out of the shirt, lay back, and do any and everything possible. And all in this process, something could have been stopped. Something could have been stopped. Right. That lustful spirit is a demon. So here it is, Acrimony. In the beginning, he had that lustful thing. He had this girl on the side doing everything. This real good girl who was doing everything. And now, because he didn't think she was going to find out, he cheated on her. Until she rammed that Wrangler. Listen. She rammed that Wrangler into that trailer. It cost her from having kids. And that's another thing. The wife ended up being pregnant. You know Taraji was too through. But no man is going to blame me for the reason they cheat unless I literally told them to do it. Listen, I'm not even mad at you for that, mi vete. Like, okay, did I cheat? But here's why I'm saying, what did I do? And I'm going to say this why. I'm going to say why. Hey, Queen of Sweetheart, how are you? The reason why, because my thing is this. When I say, what did I do? Did I emasculate you? Did I emasculate you? Did I take your manhood from you? Did I treat you more like you were my, rather than being the man and the king that you are? Did I talk down to you and make you feel worthless? Did I talk to you in a way where I make you feel like you're not even a man? Let me tell you something. When you talk to somebody a certain way and it strips them of who they are and their being, and that's all that they have when they're already getting beat up by the world, you best believe they're going to go out and cheat. There's a 99.9% time they'll either cheat, they're going to kill the person, or he going to lose his mind. If I'm wrong, y'all can definitely jump in. You know what I'm saying? Because men give women reasons to cheat all the time, but we don't do it. Girl. Oh, Zay back there jamming, and I'm about to get up and jam. I hear this. Come on. You took me back to the Palladium for a second. Lord, fix my mind. Help me stay focused in the name of Jesus. I bind up that come on, baby, right now. Come on, baby. Y'all ain't ready for that. Dun, 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 dun. You guys remember that? That's old school right there. But anyway, so yeah, that's real talk. At the end of the day, people cheat because of how they're treated. So so when I say something like, what did I do? It's almost like, did I strip you from being who you are? Oh yeah, listen, Derek, women are a trip. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Women can cheat. First of all, women can run circles around men. Women can cheat with dudes on the same block, and those dudes will never even know about it. You hear what I'm saying? It's something. Men need to be needed, and women want to be wanted. Women want to be needed too. No woman just wants to be wanted, but I understand. And if you talk to him, but if you talk to him, you don't need him. Listen, let me tell you something. Queen, are you hitting some nuggets? You're hitting some nuggets and you're telling the truth. We've got to do better. But a woman wants to feel needed too. A woman wants to feel like, do you need me? When a woman feels like her man doesn't need her, it makes her think two things. He's either dealing with another woman or women, or the relationship is over. What man makes a woman feel like she's not needed? You tell me. When a woman feels like they are no longer needed, she'll shut down. There's a shell. I'm going to finish reading your comment, Queen. Queen said, men need to be needed and women want to be wanted. If you talk to him, but you don't need him, he will go find someone else who does. Say that. Derek said, women just take it to their grave. If it does surface, she will deny it until you wonder if you're crazy. Very true, Derek. Very true. And at the end of the day, you are so right. And Mivete said, yeah, but no man is going to. Oh, I remember Mivete saying that. And let me see. What else did I miss? What did I miss? Okay. So, yeah, so that's it. And Marcy said both. So at the end of the day, not trying to be funny. Y'all don't cheat. Just be honest. Be honest about your business. Be real about who you love. Be real about decisions. Be real about choices. If you see something, talk about it. If you guys can't come to a happy medium, you go ahead and work it out until you can. But all of that other extra stuff, so for the birds, man. It cost Taraji her life in the movie. It cost her her life. And so I'm just saying, I want to just encourage you guys. My final thought for Thursday night's show is love on yourself enough to know that you don't have to be insecure. When you are insecure to anything, you are bound to that thing. When you have a complex about something, that thing has made you captive to the very level of complexity that has attached itself to you. So I want you guys to be encouraged and know that you are strong, you are wise, you're beautiful. You have been skillfully thought out of when you were created. God has a great purpose for you. God has a great plan for you. People might not have good intentions, but God does. People might not have the best plan for you, but God does. People might not have a purpose set for you to make you feel like you even matter, but God does. People might make you feel like you are worthless, but God said you're worthy. People may make you feel like you have nothing else to live for, and Jesus died. God wants you to know that Jesus died so that you can live. God wants somebody to know that feels empty, that you can be filled. God will go ahead and fill the void with love. God will fill the void with peace. God will fill the void with joy. I want someone who is listening to know that it's not over for you and your life. God has a strategic plan, even though you might not be able to see it right away. You best believe there's a strategic plan set out for you. Some things you just got to seek a little bit more before it comes to pass. But the two things I want to say real quick, and I'm going to sign off, is don't give up on you and don't give up on God. I think sometimes when situations happen, we're like, I don't want this anymore. I just can't. I can't deal. I don't want to live. I've had people inbox me about suicide. And at the end of the day, I promise you, this is 2 and 3 in the morning, and people that I don't even know. People that I don't even know. That don't even believe in God. And it doesn't even matter to me. I'll talk to anybody. But the one thing I want you to know is you have the strength. If you've had the strength to deal with so much hell, you sure enough got more than enough strength to go that extra step to deal with a little bit of heaven. At the end of the day, don't give up on you and don't give up on God. God has so much for you, regardless whoever it was that tried to take from you. People will try to take your being. People will try to take your emotions. People will try to take that spirit of joy that you used to have from you. People will try to take your mind and make you think that there is something wrong with you. And there's nothing wrong with you. That's called the spirit of manipulation. People will try to go ahead and make you feel like something is wrong with you, just to go ahead and soothe their little bit of misery. There is nothing wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with you. And I want you guys to believe that. The spirit of manipulation is real. The spirit of control is real. Absolutely, Teresa. That narcissistic behavior is real. It's demonic. It's a spirit of arrogance. It's hellish. Satan will have his little hellish imps floating around you, making you think you're hearing stuff that ain't even real. You have to remind yourself, I will not give up on me, and I will not give up on God. So you guys be encouraged. You have an encouraging evening. Y'all know how to hit me up if you need to. Make sure you go ahead and follow the Making Me Matter radio show page. We are on every Thursday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you would like to order a copy of my book, The Unknown Journey to Joy, How to Transition from Morning to Morning, inbox me. I'm giving 10% off tonight on my book. Tonight only, 10% off of advertising. If you want to advertise your business, advertise your brand, your products, your healthcare products. If you have a book, if you have music, if there's something you want to advertise, inbox me. I'll give you 10% off tonight only if you sign up tonight only. Hey, Lori, my girl, how are you? Kiss the kids for me. I was about to say kiss them all for me. Kiss the kids. I was going to say kiss the girl. I'm like, wait, there's two boys. So kiss the kids for me. Good night, Marcy. God bless y'all. God keep y'all. Don't give up on you, and don't give up on God. Have a good night.
most talked about internet radio station in the land.
Those free weed started out as just a seed. Both my parents set me free.